Hi, I'm Chad. I'm here representing To Write Love on Our Arms, and we are at the Hollywood Palladium in beautiful Los Angeles, Hollywood, California.
Yay! All right, well, if you could tell me a little bit about what you all do, with just a mini background.
Yeah. First, am I looking at you or am I looking at the camera?
Whatever you prefer.
Okay,
you can
I
look
prefer
at
to
me.
look at you.
Okay.
Because, yeah. Basically, To Write Love on Our Arms is a non-profit organization. We're out there to present hope and find help for those struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. Beyond that, we exist to encourage, to inspire, to inform, and also to invest directly into treatment and recovery.
Well, that's a very good cause.
Thank you.
How long have you all been doing this?
We've been an organization for about 4.5 years now.
So fairly young.
Fairly young, yeah, and actually no intention on being a nonprofit. This really kind of evolved out of trying to help a friend and tell her story. And over time we found that her story and her struggles are part of a much bigger conversation, one that I would say everyone walking into the Palladium today knows someone, a friend or a family member, or maybe even themselves, that has struggled with one of these issues.
True. Well, you all just won the ad in New York Times, right?
Yeah.
So
or USA Today.
Or USA Today, I'm sorry. Yeah, what was that, like, the journey to that? Did you all, like, enter a contest and then, or? Yeah,
it was actually really cool, kind of spur of the moment. Chloe, who's been doing a lot of the dates for the Bamboozle Roadshow, who also heads up a lot of our benefit and street team involvement. She was on Twitter one night and found this hashtag for America Once, and that's a campaign put on by USA Today, and they basically had this idea, you know, let's open this up to nonprofit world, and whoever gets the most retweets will give them a free full-page ad in USA Today.
Which is worth, like...
which is worth...
Crazy...
It's something close to $200,000. Like, it blows my mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I used to work at a tiny newspaper in Kentucky, and just to get a full-page, double-spread ad was like 20 grand or something. I mean, like something crazy.
Yeah.
This is in Kentucky, so you know.
It was super great, especially
like
because the ad came out over Memorial Day weekend. It came out on the Friday of Memorial Day, so it was on the racks for a while. And basically, we just asked our audience, our friends, to do this hashtag America Once at Aloha, and you know, our friends really came out for us.
What was the ad like? Did you all make a special ad just for that?
Absolutely.
Or did you just use an ad?
We realized the scope of USA Today, and you know, we typically work within, or rather resonate well in a younger demographic.
Right.
So it was really our first attempt at communicating our mission and our values to an older generation, and to people that, if they're not at rock shows, probably would not have heard of us. So we just sent out, you know, a message of hope to, you know, to mothers that have lost their children to suicide, to family members of veterans coming home from the wars, to friends that just don't know how to help their loved ones, that we're behind them, that we believe in them. That we believe that hope is real. We believe that they can come out of the current situation that they're in.
So do you all do treatment, or what is it that you do exactly?
Yeah, we are not mental health professionals. We're not counselors. We don't pretend to be. But we're kind of out there to be the bridge to connect those that are looking for help to that help. One way that we do that is really just interacting with people where they are. For some, that's online, MySpace, Facebook, Twitter. For others, that's face-to-face at a rock concert.
Right. Well, the fact that you all aren't, like, you know, psychiatrists and things like that might actually help people maybe feel more comfortable.
Absolutely.
I mean, you think that's a big part of it, if people feel comfortable reaching out to you all versus being scared to, you know, call the doctor or whatever you want to say. So.
Those first steps to recovery are absolutely the most painful, the most awkward, and the most emotionally taxing. But the conversations get easier after that first month.
Right.
Over the past 4.5 years, we've had the privilege to read and respond to over 180,000 messages that have come over MySpace and Facebook, and through our email accounts. And sometimes these are people looking for shirts, but sometimes, and most of the times I gather, they're people who are telling their story for the very first time. So we're there to be the shoulders, we're there to be the ears, and we're there to kind of hold their hand and say that we believe in you. Here's a great place that you can find help. We point them in directions that a lot of our audience has come back to us and said, you know, I really believe in the work that this organization's doing. You know, I found a lot of help in 1-800-SUICIDE. You know, so we kind of use the voice of those that have found help, and kind of use them as an authority.
Well, that's smart. And with your all shirts and things, I read that obviously most of the profit just goes towards, I mean, like the cause, right? I mean, so whenever people want to help, they can not only donate, but even just buying the merch helps, right?
The shirts kind of serve a dual purpose. First and foremost, it helps us continue what we do.
Right.
And second of all, we aim to make thought-provoking designs. We want conversation to happen.
Right.
We want people to say, that's a really cool shirt, where'd you get it? Or
what
the heck does that mean?
Right.
Or is that band playing today? We're not a band.
Right.
But yeah, we want people to connect with one another. And also through the shirts, we've been able to donate over $800,000 directly to treatment and recovery.
That's just awesome.
So yeah.
Cool. Well, where can people buy all these things? Like, do they just mainly do them when you all are touring, or?
Yeah, we are touring in one way or another all the time, whether through speaking engagement or on board with another tour.
Did you all do the did you all do like a campus thing, or?
We have 22 university chapters nationwide. And applications are still rolling in for those.
Okay, cool.
But you can find us on the rest of Bamboozle tour. You can find us on the Warped tour. We're going to be at a handful of festivals throughout the rest of the summer. And then you can also find our shirts at Hot Topics and Zoomies nationwide.
Well, awesome. All right, cool. Well, is there any last words you'd like to?
Yeah, you know, I typically like to end just saying that if you or if a loved one is struggling with these issues, know that you're not struggling alone. Know that at the very least we're behind you. Also know that these issues existed long before we did. And our heart is really just with encouraging people to do life with one another. You don't need a t-shirt to help out. You don't need to donate money. But we just ask that, you know, you are readily available to give your time and give your heart to those around you that may be struggling. And you know, most of all, thanks for having this conversation. And,
no problem.
And thank you for listening and or watching. And hopefully we'll see you out on the road.
Awesome. See ya.